This is gonna be cool. Explosive rounds. This gun's gonna be awesome. Okay. What did I need adhesive for again? The active gauge. Can I make that? Yeah, I can.
How have you been? All that junk you're hauling is seriously slowing you down.
Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do, sorry.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
Jemison Mercantile.
If it belongs on... Hope you're finding everything. Oh, please, take a look.
Okay, now that I bought all that from you, I need you to buy some stuff from me. Like this. That. I really want to sell you that because it's almost 5k credits. But if I upgrade it, it could be super powerful. I could possibly, you know what, I'll keep it on my ship, but it could be, I could upgrade it and get more damage out of it. Okay. Down to 102, that's because the other thing
Appreciate the business.
that I have is currently,
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Union was looking for you.
holding me down with Wait. I'm gonna see about going to like a ton of different places and just stocking up on 11mm caselets. If I can. Commercial district equals stores? Nope. I think I'm wrong.
Ryujin Industries is looking for the young, bright minds of the future. Apply today.
Wait. I think Outland might be.
Euro? I would never dream of selling substandard gear. Please do.
It's gear only. Oh no, there's ammo. Not what I'm looking for though. I actually need those.
Be careful out there.
Okay. Distribution center has ammunition.
I'm
Hello,
pleased
girl.
to report that our stocks are currently... Welcome to UC Distribution. Yes. Right. Come back if you need something else.
All right, we got this.
Want to challenge your instincts and hone those corporate skills?
Subsection 7.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Well, what a pleasant presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for?
Oh, we did, and a whole lot more.
Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terramorphs, no?
We found a recording of you discussing the use of Terramorphs as a weapon.
Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us.
We have an option for empath. I can hear it in your voice, Francois. Fear, you're afraid because you know you've been discovered.
You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti, New Atlantis, my doing.
Knew it.
Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian, learning to synthesize it, use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing.
It's obvious. You're angry about what the UC did to you. This is petty revenge, nothing more.
Oh, my revenge was far from petty, Captain. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found. But we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential.
Please. No secret is so dangerous that you can justify condemning so many lives.
Easy to say now, but at the time, I didn't know the Lazarus plant couldn't be plucked from the ground and used to cause even more death. I wasn't going to allow another dangerous variable to be added to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis.
Me.
The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlais,
Oh.
the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated
Thought he
to
was going to
take the
blame me
fall.
somehow.
What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You.
Look at that smirk. You make me sick. So you murdered UC citizens because of some slight against your honor? Sick freak.
There are no heroes without a villain.
Oh, come
I
on.
simply arranged the opportunity for us to overcome one and become the other. years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday.
I've already got the ability to do something like that. If you're waiting for me to say thank you, we're gonna be here a while.
I'm simply looking for you to acknowledge the truth. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the Terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orleza's role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the Cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlez and Orlez alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together.
I hope you enjoyed this talk, because once I tell the Cabinet, it'll probably be your last.
That is a pity, Captain. But I'm in no position to negotiate.
Right.
Though we needn't be enemies, you and I. Just think about the opportunity I've provided here. There are more on the horizon. If you do the right thing.
Why don't you give me all of the stuff, and then I just let you die for all the terrible things you've done? Oh man. What an ass.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Unbelievable. Inconceivable. Wait a second.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Asylees are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the Cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazarus plant?
Victus confessed. He organized the attacks from his cell.
I knew it. The second I heard that recording, I knew. Why? Did he say why he did it?
He made plenty of grand claims, but deep down he wanted revenge.
Killed all those people because of a chip on his shoulder and an obsession with his own status. That sounds like Victus. Well, once we inform the Cabinet, they can ensure he won't be able to do anything like this ever again.
He deserves punishment.
Exactly. Bring justice to everyone he's hurt. So I guess that gives us our final answer. Nothing left to do but head in and see what the Cabinet thinks of it all. Unless there was more to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the Cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the Terramorphs.
Nothing else on my end. Let's head in
And
there.
here we go.
Pardon.
Pardon.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike.
Yep.
Is what I'm reading here true?
Immensely. Deliberately, we were attacked.
My God.
An attack? Using terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald Orlays commit these attacks, Captain?
Orlays?
That report isn't the whole truth. Orlays helped, but Ve Victus organized the attacks.
It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured out how to use terramorphs as weapons.
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin.
Yep.
Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was going to end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling, considering Francois Sinon has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
You bet.
It just transformed. A terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this, and said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Ve Victus sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately.
What's gonna happen to him?
That will be up to the cabinet to decide. But I don't appreciate our mercy being taken advantage of.
Good. The world will be better without Ve Victus in it.
I'm inclined to agree, Captain. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the 3 of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
Agreed, that's the right call, ma'am.
I'm glad you think so. So then, to our final topic. The cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've had a few discussions, but our group is similarly split. Only the captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter.
Deploying the Asyles is the safest route. That's my vote.
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
Here's hoping they'll be kept on a short leash.
That, madam, is most certainly the plan.
Order, please. And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day 1 for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you 3 the founding members of the TMD.
Oh, cool.
As befits such a group, the cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Oh!
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Madam President.
You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts, spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Awesome.